This week's OCG Thursday is going to be special because we're going to be looking at video deck profiles that I've recently seen that I thought would be worth covering. So I'm going to leave a link down below to all of the gameplay footage for this. We're going to talk about the list and some of these boards that these decks are making. And these are some pretty actual hilarious concepts, all things considered. So guys, smash it, grab that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. And let's dig on into this week's OCG Thursday, shall we? So this first list is absolutely hilarious. Alright, so what this deck ends up ending on is usually a Cyberdark Dragon and or the Cyberdark End Dragon. So, one of these two. Equipped with the Buster Sword, usually with a Borreload Savage sitting next to it. And depending on how you open up, you can also end up Penguin Brave with the Penguin Soldier for further interruption on your opponent. Yeah, that's right. This is Cyberdark Penguins, and it's only playing one copy of the Penguin Soldier. In the video, unfortunately, there's one game where he opens up the Penguin Soldier and you can't really do anything with it, but it is absolutely hilarious watching this particular variant go. So keep in mind, the little Penguin Brave, your opponent cannot target face-down monsters you control with card effects, and you can only use each of the following effects Penguin Brave once per turn. So if this card is special summoned, or single summon, you can special summon a Penguin monster from your deck in face down defense position. When your opponent activates a monster effect quick effect, you can flip one face down water position monster you control face up. So at that point in time, you know, you flip up the Penguin Soldier and get a free bounce too. Alright, things I never thought I would see in my life combined together for 500. So we have two copies of Colt Wing here. The really important thing with this is you're going to need this to go through the Aurora Dawn combo here. This is pretty much going to be your very crucial piece. We have triple copies of Cyberdark Keel. Oh boy, let the bricks begin. We have triple copies of Cyberdark Horn, and we have triple copies of Cyberdark Edge. And then, of course, we have triple copies of Cyberdark Cannon. You can discard this to add one machine Cyberdark monster from your deck to your hand. So basically, you're just going to start filtering and setting up essentially everything that you're going to need to. This just turns into a rota for everything. Cyberdark Claw, you can discard this card to add a Cyberdark spell trap card from your deck to your hand. So, of course, you're going to have to go get Impact here, because you're going to have to be able to establish that big monster. Or, you know, you can go through Overload. Then we have triple copies of Remus. This is very important because you do need to set up Dragon Ravine. Keep in mind that this is all part of the combo to get Dragon Ravine set up, get the dump going, so you can get to your fun little friend here. And we have one Penguin Soldier, one Deskbot 001, and then one copy of the Dragon Buster, the Destruction Sword. Then you have two copies of Overload Fusion, triple copies of Performapal Pop Rapper. Hey, discard 3, draw 3. Yeah, you lose a bunch of life, sure, but let's be honest here. These pieces are going to do better in your graveyard than in your hand. Now we have triple copies of Dragon Shrine. It's almost like being able to send this stupid win con from our deck to the graveyard is really important. We also have triple copies of Cyberdark Impact. Special summon the Cyberdark Dragon from your deck by shuffling one of each of the Cyberdark Edge, Keel, and Horn from your hand, field, or graveyard into the deck. So, hey, we get to our big guy. We have one Foolish, two Called by the Grave. You can very easily adjust this because this was made for OCG format. And, of course, we have triple copies of Dragon Ravine. Extra deck here, we have the one Verte Anaconda. It says Fusion in its name. One Halky Fibrax, gotta get to our tuner. One copy of Auroradon. One Unicorn, one Access Code. One Quandrax. One copy of Muddy Mud. One copy of the Penguin Brave. One Shooting Riser. Borreload Savage. One Chaos Ruler. Hey, you make this to mill more bad cards from your deck. We have triple copies of the Cyberdark Dragon. Then we have one copy of Cyberdark End Dragon. Remember, the stupid thing is Cyberdark Dragon plus Cyber End Dragon. But you can also summon it by attributing a level 10 or lower Cyberdark Fusion monster with monster equipped with Cyber End. That never really comes up. But you can actually mud this thing out while having the Cyberdark on the field. So things you can do for 500. But yeah, this variant really caught my attention. I watched a bunch of the video, or a lot of the video footage that he had for it. I recommend that you guys do that as well, because this build is astronomically hilarious. Like, penguins with a Buster Log is the coolest thing in the universe, man. Like, it's so original. I love this. Next up here, we have... Dun, 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 this was Gizmek Deskbots. And originally when I saw this, I was like, what are we doing here, man? Like, what kind of future have we got to here? So you guys know you just universally set up your pendulum scales. The new field spell here is actually pretty good. So during the main phase, you can excavate the top 3 cards of your deck, and if you do, add 1 excavated machine monster whose attack equals its own defense, but banish the rest face down. And you can only use this effect once per turn. Each time a machine monster whose attack equals its own defense is no more special summon, place a counter on this card. And then neither player can activate the effects of the monster whose attack does not equal its defense, while this card has 10 or more counters. Deskbot shenanigans. I'm really glad that all of these guys all equal their attack to their defense. So you basically just do shenanigans with this. So we have 2 copies of Deskbot 006, 1 copy of Mix, 1 copy of the Infinitrack Tunneler, 2 copies of Lancia, 2 copies of Deskbot 005, 2 copies of Gizmek Ibuki, 1 copy of Ancient Gear Wyvern, 1 copy of the Coltwing, 1 copy of the Ancient Gear Box, triple copies of 04, triple copies of the Guitar, 1 copy of the Tangiku, triple copies of 03, triple Ash Blossom, 1 copy of Ghost Ogre, 1 Quibble Hedgehog with 1 Drums, triple copies of 2, and 1/1. And then we have triple copies of the Ancient Gear Catapult, triple copies of Machine Duplication, 1 Terraforming, triple Prosperity, and triple copies of the new Field Spell. And then extra deck here, we have 1 Borrowed Savage, 1 Dawn Dragster, 1 Naturia Beast, 1 Super Heavy Sword Master Musashi, 1 Herald with 1 Infinity, 1 copy of Nova, 1 Girgigan X, 1 Mannequin Cat, 1 Apollosa, Auroradon, the Cleafor Genius, the Ancient Gear Ballista, Hulk, and Barricade Board Blocker. And side deck here, this is pretty much interchangeable with whatever you want here. So we have 2 copies of Nibiru, 108, 1 Cycle Reader, triple copies of Droll and Lockbird, 1 Makaba, triple Lightning Storm, and triple copies of Dark Ruler No More, wrapping up Deskbot Gizmek with a nice little splash of Ancient Gear into the deck. And I will say that I think that this is, once again, this is more innovation. Is it massively consistent? But that doesn't matter because we're here for like the cool ideas that are coming up. Alright, and the last list I have for you guys here is Gusto. Now, Gusto recently got 3 new cards, essentially, including their new Synchro, which we're not actually playing in this list. So, I figured I saw a couple Gusto lists that looked very interesting. Like I said, all the videos are down below for you guys to check out. So we have 1 copy of Apex Avion, 1 copy of Windar, Sage of Gusto, 1 copy of Reese, Whirlwind of Gusto, triple copies of Wind, the Wind Medium, triple copies of Cockadoodle-Doop, 1 copy of Musto, 1 copy of Calm, triple copies of Pelica, 1 copy of Gusto Kodor, triple copies of Gusto Vethor, one of our new cards, triple copies of Guido, 2 copies of Winda, and we have 2 copies of Gusto Griffin, and 2 copies of Igol. Then we have 1 copy of Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 Reasoning. This is actually kind of interesting in this deck. You actually get value off of this, which is actually kind of nice, because you have such a different, 3 is your most represented number, but like the value you can still get off of this on a mill is really good. We have 1 copy Contract with Gusto, 1 Monster Reborn, 2 World Legacy Succession, 1 E-Telly, triple copies of the new Gusto Tailwind. Who doesn't love more searchability options? And then, of course, hey, guess what? Wind monsters, by the way, so we get access to Featherstorm. Alright, down here in the extra deck, we have 1 Hulk, 2 copies of Wind, 1 copy of the Simorg, 1 copy of the Harvestinja, 1 copy of Martial Metal, 1 Digusto Falcos, 1 Guidos, 2 Sfreeze, 1 copy of the Wind Pegasus, 1 Eagles, 1 Cyber Harpy Lady, 1 Crystal Wing, and 1 copy of the new Wolfrite, the Stellar Wind Wolf. Alright, so you can only control 1 of this. While this card has less than 4,000 attack, each time another monster effect is activated, it gains 300 attack immediately after it resolves. And once per turn, if this card has 4,000 or more attack, quick effect, you can shuffle all monsters your opponent controls into the deck. So, just make this start triggering effects, and you're like, boost, boost, boosto, boosto. You're like, your opponent's just going to have a bad time. The side deck is massively filler here. I'm not even going to talk about this. But Gusto getting the new power-ups that they did definitely opened up some really cool doors for what we can see in terms of comboing with this deck. So, like I said, all the videos will be down below. I wanted to talk about some of the cool ideas I've seen that players are generating right now for these particular decks. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys think about these. Of course, leave a comment down below. Make sure you guys smash the ever-living crap out of the subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more videos. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on in the day for some more cool, awesome content. Peace out, guys. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.